All right, so this is my new segment that's called Cup of Tea with or Coffee with FITown, and as that is my brand, I want to make this very open, a little more casual, so we can speak, just motivate people, whoever watched this video, whether it's on YouTube, Instagram, any social media platform. It's just to get to know you, and I'm so honored to have you, Stephanie, here as the guest speaker so you can teach us a little bit about you and how you got to the place you're at. So first question is, yeah, exactly. Tell us a little bit about yourself. We want to get to know you, who you are, and what you do currently, and how you got to the spot. Right?
Okay, well, thank you, Christian. I first want to say thank you again for having me as your first guest speaker on your podcast here. You're going to go big. Trust me. Just don't forget us little people, okay?
Yeah, away with me. You guys are coming with me. I know you know what you're doing.
Well, a little bit about myself, just in case. I know a lot of people and a lot of viewers are from Europe, so hi, everybody from Europe. But I did the Europe program 2 years ago now. Wow, time flies. And there I started developing my skills a little bit in project management, and I did an internship at KLA 10 Core, which is now KLA Plus. And I got there with a little bit of information. I went from culinary career to tech career, and that was a big jump for me. And it was just a lot of moving parts, a lot of new things that I had to absorb within just the 6 months that I had an internship at KLA. Luckily, I was able to show what I can do, be able to produce all what was asked. And I was extended twice, first 3 months and then another 3 months again. Now, with that extension, I was able to prove myself, my leadership, my communications, even just being able to collaborate with people, because that opened an opportunity in HR, and HR asked me to join their team. And now I'm a program professional for TAPFIN at KLA.
So proud of you. I know I was probably in the same steps. We went to Europe, so those steps were really hard in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I know it was hard to even get to the point you're in right now. It's not easy. You have to continue to learn, especially throwing yourself in an IT role, because I'm doing right now more of a IT project manager, program management, and I know how hard it is, all that technical and data side. Honestly, I can see how hard you've worked. And in the position you're in right now, you've already achieving a lot. And that's why I love doing these things, so people can see how hard it is, but it's not impossible. And overall, you've been doing a great job, and I'm just happy to see you succeed as well. And anybody that goes to the program, it knows the heart of going to technology and seeing how hard it is. So.
Yeah, it's a difficult turnaround, especially if I know that Europe is somebody like people who come in with no experience, no knowledge, or just a little bit of knowledge. But Europe does help a lot to just push all that knowledge into your head, like the first 3 weeks, then another 3 weeks on whatever track you're in, and then boom, go do live work.
Oh, exactly.
But props to everybody who has pushed through, within their year at Europe. And anybody else who's out there, it's changing. A lot of now the world they don't need 5-year degrees, 4-year degrees, masters, bachelors. Thankfully, we're now in a world where they're accepting everybody else, programs, people that go to programs like in Europe or other academies. So that's a good benefit for us now.
Oh yeah, definitely. And like I mentioned, they give us the first steps. They gave me and you the first steps, but it's just up to us, the motivation, the hard work. I think it all depends on who you are as a person and
yes.
How you want to accomplish. What do you want to accomplish at the end of internship or at the end of the work that you're putting into it? Giving it your 120%, and you will achieve what you put your mind into. If you really want a role, you're going to get the role if you really, really work hard. So that's why I want to hear other people's perspective on their story, so people can get an idea that it's not only a fitness thing, a technology thing, construction thing. It's globally. It's all the world. The world in any position that you want to be, it takes hard work and dedication, and it's doable. You want to be a star, you want to be a singer, you want to be a professional.
Yes.
You can make it if you actually commit to it.
Exactly, and accept all new knowledge that comes to you. Not everything is like, one set way. Some people have a different way of doing things or teaching you, and if you're a more visual person or more to yourself, use that to your advantage. Don't just say, oh, I can't learn because this person does it this way. No, just adapt, change it a few bits, have feedback. And I know Europe has said that like feedback is like a gift. It's something that people should accept and work together with it, not just take feedback as criticism, because not all feedback is criticism. It's just good things that you can help you develop your skills or fix your the way of you doing things.
Give me 1 minute. I think we went out of live, so let's go back into it. Let's go back.
I'm breaking your system now.
It's okay. I don't know. It's first time anyways. It's technical difficulty sometimes, but it's okay. All right. So let's jump into, since it got cut, I'm running it back again. Let's ask the next question. What are the recent accomplishments that make you feel proud and successful?
Honestly, getting the HR role. I just got into this role 2 months ago, just March 9th. Okay. Yeah, so it's been very recent, and again, I feel very accomplished that I was able to jump from IT to now human resources. It's completely different from what the two are. I know I'm in both in a coordinator role, but it's still completely two different aspects. And the fact that I'm able to come in and pick up everything very fast and get acknowledged by my managers and my other managers that are I have a lot of managers. They actually are willing to give me, tasks that they're not worried about, like having to, make sure that I understand it, because I do ask the questions that I need to ask. And I've been showing that I do read the manual. But I've been showing the great work that I've been doing, and the fact that they've been acknowledging it has been a really big accomplishment for me. Mm-hmm. And actually, the bigger accomplishment within that is full-time position role. So I've been a contractor for a while. Like I said, I was an intern, then a contractor, and with this role, it was an opportunity to be a full-time permanent. And honestly, that's the biggest accomplishment for me.
I gotta say, hands off. I know that feeling, and I know the hard work you've put, like I mentioned earlier. It's not easy to go from an IT role and then adjusting to an HR role. It takes a lot of hard work. I know there are the handbooks of it. Since I'm employed at Facebook, I know that it takes a long time to just adjust to the people you're working with. And matter of fact, that even adjusting to the work, it's hard work. So yes, I would say that's a wonderful answer. So coffee up for you.
Thank you. I know I haven't done much, but that's one of my biggest ones.
That's already huge enough. Give yourself a pat in the back. That's a big one already. Yeah. So far, I think that's a huge one. Sometimes we don't see it, but hearing it from other people saying that, hey, you've done so much already in the journey that you're doing, but don't give up. Continue doing more. I think you have potential for way more. Maybe you're going to be your manager's manager. It's maybe a lead manager role. You have potential for. You have the grit and the hard work.
Yes, and I'm very proud of your accomplishment. Striving, building up FITown, and then just making it bigger every day. And those motivational quotes, the motivational speeches that you put on there, it actually helps me as well, not to just be, just chilling, Those motivational posts that you put has me grinding more, has me trying to learn more, and just throw myself into more new things. So thank you for that too.
Oh, no problem. I mean, this is one of my passions. Like I said, I'm a program manager at Facebook, but my passion has always been fitness and to help others. I know there's a lot of people in need of an advice. It doesn't matter where they're at or what they're doing. Somebody can be struggling with anxiety or struggling with pain, and just with have a good day. hearing it on social media or in person can brighten up their day. And that's something that I take in mind, and I want to help as many people in the way of my journey, my success. I want to help them too. Like I said, if I'm going to climb the mountain, I want people to climb it with me. I'm not going to leave nobody behind.
Yes.
So let's ask you another question.
Please.
Let's see. What do you want to be in the next 5 years? Oh.
And you know what? You kind of touched on that right now.
Yes, I did. I did.
When I was applying for, when I got offered actually, because I was applying, but I applied for the HR role. It got put on hold for a while, so I thought I wasn't going to get it. But then when they came back to me, they're like, yeah, no, we really like you. I asked, what are the other growing opportunities that I can have in the company? And my manager, who is a director of my team, she actually started in my position.
Oh, wow.
So she told me that I can be in her role, in her director role. And it's already been around 7 years. So I'm assuming within the 5 years, I should just be about to hit that director role, hopefully. You know, if I'm still with the company. You know, I'm right now a program professional, and then it's going to move to program manager. So right now my team is of 3. And we have me as a program professional, my colleague as a program manager, and my boss as the director.
And would you say as a 3 people, is it hard, a little harder to?
Yeah.
And
it went down to 3 because one of my other colleagues had a baby recently. So she's gone for a while, and another coworker had another job opportunity somewhere else out of state. So that's why it went down from like 5 to 3 right now. And it's been really crazy because we've implemented a program for new employee workforce, and we just work with that. And it got launched in December. So it's still very freshly new. We're still working a lot of kinks. We're, working with managers, suppliers, recruiters, everybody, all at the same time. But it's been a very successful, I don't want to say 4 months. With the program that we've implemented. Wow,
that's plus with 3 people, it's really hard, especially in a technology company, global company like that. It's hard. I feel it because my team is a team of 2, and I'm on the incident side where we handle all the problems in the back end of IT.
Whoa, for 2 people for that, yeah.
2 people, and my manager sometimes is going crazy, so I go ahead and help her as much as I can. I would say. So I know, I feel it. I feel how the hard work pays off, and how much work you have to put into it when you're lower on the team.
Yes. And what was funny, now that I'm like thinking about it in my head, I actually was part of the project to implement the program at first when I was a contractor as a program project coordinator for IT. And then because of me helping the whole team, putting my all, that's where HR noticed. And since it was the project for HR, they're like, hey, Stephanie, do you want to join us?
You're like, yeah,
so
of course.
Everybody out there, put your best work every time. And even if you're just getting a cup of coffee, walk with pride. Walk that cup of coffee like you own it. Get the best cup of coffee for your manager or something. It's worth it in the long run because those little things, they notice, and me, it was just honestly just following up with people and just letting them know, like, hey, I'm here for you. Do you need any help? Do I need to push any approvals? Do I need to, submit a service ticket to get an issue resolved? Like, I'm always like checking up, and that's what they really liked about me. And that should be for everybody too. Just make sure you're communicating with like your team. Make sure that you're actually reaching out to the other team members, because maybe they're all like communicating with each other, but at the same time they don't know who else they should be involving in. So put yourself in like their shoes. Like, should you be involved? Should you be helping? Like, yes, and do it. Take that step. Don't wait till somebody tells you, hey, can you help me? Ask, can I help you? And what can I help you in?
Exactly. I think I totally 1,000% agree with you. Communication is everything. Taking initiative to do more than what they tell you to do.
Yes.
Like, if they tell you to stack 10 boxes, stack 15. It's like as many as you can. I always say that too. I think you narrow down specifically the point of how to initiate your job. Not just doing a job and just be like, okay, that's it. It's just a job. Let's go home. No, just like work twice as hard, communicate, do educate yourself with more things. Because when I first came in and we were in project management and we just knew how to do the whole project initiating and etc. I had a hard time because I didn't know about production. I didn't know about data. So I had to go out of my way to learn more than data. That's if I wanted it. That's if I really wanted it. And I did. So it just showed that I didn't sit there, and everybody can do it too. Like I always tell this to Europe alums. I've already had a lot of guest speaking events, and I always tell them, like, don't just sit there and get comfortable. Like,
yeah, don't. That's a good thing. And that's how I felt also in my internship, where it's just like, I felt like, oh, I'm not like slacking off, but I felt comfortable. I felt like, and then when I felt that feeling, I was just like, oh, no. Gotta get back on that horse, gotta keep on grinding again. Don't let yourself stagger, just stay stagnant, just keep on going.
I like that mindset. I like your mindset, Stephanie. That's a good mindset. That's my mindset right there. Okay. How do you motivate yourself to get your work done after trying many things and failing over and over again? Let's say when you fail. Let's say you failed. How do you motivate yourself? What's a tip that you said you think you do when you motivate yourself? We kind of run that back from what we just talked about, but
well, I did take a moment just to evaluate what happened. I don't let myself just be like, oh, I'm a failure, because that doesn't get me anywhere. I've gone, and like a little side note, I'm now very open about it, but I have like a depression, and like that hit me a lot these past couple of years. And then recently with Europe and stuff and some therapy, it helped, and now I'm not putting myself down as much. And on a side note for everybody, therapy is a good thing. If you need therapy or just somebody to talk to, do it. Don't be ashamed of it. I kept everything in for 15 years and that hurt me, but now I feel so much better. So please, anybody who's dealing with anything inside, have someone to talk to. Even if it's like, hey, and if you want, email me. If you want to talk to me too, we can talk. Anybody who's out there. But therapy does help, or talking to somebody and working things out. And with that helped me just not putting myself down anymore. I had, I had my boyfriend, I've had my family members who's been helping me these past 3 years, just put myself back up. And now this past year, I've been pushing just myself, just because I've been feeling accomplishments within me, as well as when I do see that I fail, I think about my why as well, on like why I'm still doing this, and like why I'm doing it, like who I'm doing it for. And I look outside also as well. If I'm like, there's something that I failed or I want to get through the day, I'm just like, take a moment, I breathe, I evaluate it, and I'm like, it's actually not that bad. And it's like, what can I do to make it better or to fix it? Not just sit there and wallow, And at the end, I was just thinking, and if I fix this, I can go play with the dogs outside.
That's true.
That kind of gives me that boost. Yeah. Just that motivation as well, to just, I'm like, if I just take this moment, give myself full focus for like 5-10 minutes to accomplish this problem, I'll reward myself with playing outside with the dogs,
Wait, it's a great,
and it's actually a reward for them too.
No, that's you hit a good point there. I agree 100%. I like the way that you reward yourself with your dogs, and I've seen that you kind of needed the support a little bit, and now that you've gotten so used to it, like with the help that people have given you, you've done it yourself now, and you've learned how to actually control that mindset, the negativity in your mind of telling yourself, okay, no, put yourself down, and no, I'm never gonna make it. You've learned how to adjust to a positive mindset, and that's great. That's very hard to adjust to. Yeah. A lot of people are overthinkers who go straight to negativity, and I give you applause for that. It's hard. Sometimes I'm the same way. Sometimes I go to my mom with so much work, and I'm like, oh, I'm stressed out. And to be able to control that it's hard. It's really hard.
Yeah, sorry on that. I know there's a time in Europe where my coaching group and my coach mentioned to me that for a whole week, try to make sure to not put any negative thoughts in your head, or don't put yourself down for a whole week. Just try that. And I would try, and I'd fail at the third day, and then I'll try again. And then I kept on going, where up to the point where I actually did a whole week without putting negative thoughts in my head, by not putting myself down, and that's been helping me. And now it's just like I hardly have any negative thoughts towards me. You know, I'm always trying to be positive, and maybe because now I'm at a very good place in my career, in my life, you know. But then again, it's just going back on like struggles, and even I'm pretty sure you're gonna ask me what are my struggles now. My struggles now and it's for everybody too, probably. COVID right now is a struggle, just because now I'm the only one making money for the household. Yeah, my father hasn't been working, and it's only me and him in this big house. So I'm the only one that's, you know, making money, and I'm thankful that I'm able to work from home right now, but that's still a struggle because one, I'm still learning a lot, and I don't have my teammates like right next to me if I have a question. Luckily, they've been very supportive and being online all the time, but it has been a struggle just making sure I'm financially stable. And I was just 3 months ago, I was just very stressed out because I didn't think I was going to have a job. But then when they finally said, yeah, no, we really want you for this HR role, I was really happy. So I'm still getting my financials, you know, set in place. I'm good now, but that is a struggle. You know, it's not like I'm not underwater about it, but it's in the back of my head because this COVID thing is probably going to last a long time.
Yeah.
So that's one of the big struggles for me right now.
I wouldn't be surprised if that extends to like almost the end of the year. And businesses, employees, they're going to lose a lot of, and yeah, I mean, that's why I'm saying hands off to you that you actually got that job, because I know a lot of people are struggling with that same thing, the whole losing their jobs, what are they going to do, how are they going to make money for their families, how are they going to make money for theirs. All I can say is, I guess, try your best to put your head up. Don't let the coronavirus put you down. Overall, it's going to end, obviously. It's not going to last forever. So yeah, I mean, that's one of the biggest fears, and I think that would be one of my biggest fears too, because also a lot of technology companies are like letting people go or resting them a lot just because people, they don't need them. Thankfully, like you say, KLA is working, Facebook's working, a lot of other technology companies are working.
Yes.
You can remain working and getting income, but yeah. Let me see. Let's ask you one more. Let's see.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh yeah, see, there you go. The next one was the struggles. What is the best advice on keeping focused on the importance when distractions in our lives are constant? It's kind of similar to the other questions. I
think it's just honestly on that, when I do understand your question where it's like there's always distractions. Mm-hmm. It is a little bit like from
a little different
questions, but you have to think about your why, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot of Europe people know what your why is, and just in case if nobody else knows, your why is your motivation on your purpose, you know, of what you're doing. You know, some people want to lose weight, some people want to be a millionaire, some people want to be a president. Okay, that's your why, that's what you want to do. Make sure you accomplish all those steps to get to there, right? Now for me, my why to stay positive, to keep my focus in the most important things is my father. You know, the reason why I made this whole career change from culinary school to program management or project management into IT, which is completely different from culinary, from, you know, frying something up. But it's my why. My dad, he is now 74 years old. And he technically is like a grandpa, because I know a lot of my friends' dad is like 20 years younger. But one day I was outside in the yard with my dad, and he was walking by, and then I can just see him very fragile. He did not look as strong as he used to be. I can finally see the age hit him in his face, and that's when I had to remember, I'm like, my dad is not young like the other dads of my friends. And it's like, my dad he should be retired already. He should stop working, but he's not. He's still working because he wants to provide a roof over my head. But now it's my opportunity to provide a roof over his head. And that is my why. That's why I'm keeping focused, because I'm just not for me, but for my dad. I'm the only child of my dad. I'm everything that he's got. So that's like one big motivation for me. My big why is to just be there for my dad, have a job in order to support my dad, my family, my dogs. But it's one of those things where like sometimes I'm feeling distracted, or I'm feeling like, oh, I don't want to do this, I want to do that instead. When I just think, I'm like, is this going to benefit me? And that's what you also got to think about it too. If the distraction is not going to benefit your life, if it's not going to benefit your career, don't do it. And it's not just, distractions of going to play or go play video games or outside of the beach. It's just even to the people that you hang out with. Surround yourself with people who are going to motivate you. Surround yourself that they're going to be there for your accomplishments, through all your accomplishments, not just you won $1 million and like, oh, hey, what's up, friend? No, those people, get them out of your lives. Clean up your life, everybody. Just be able to have the most important people in there, have the people who, like, even if maybe you don't talk to them, but if they made a huge impact in your life, and like at whatever moment you can like, hey, how are you? And then be normal, keep those people as well. But if those people like that you have are not motivating you, leading you to someplace else, or if like they're like, oh, let's go do this, and it's not benefiting you, your life, your career, why do it? It's just like, it's gotten to the point where, yes, that's all high school, but we're like, a lot of people now are adults. I'm an adult, I'm 25. I can't just be out there doing hooligan things. Oh my gosh, I sound old. But it makes sense. The years go by super fast, I just graduated from high school, now I'm here.
Yeah. No, you even answered the question that I had before. Any advice you can give to others? That is a perfect. No, that's huge. You narrow down every point. And honestly, that's amazing. I have no words. Honestly, I have no words because that's why I chose you. You are very inspiring. Aww. The words that you have are very motivational, and that's what I want people to hear. I want people to hear people like you, and that's why I continue talking to you. I continue talking to people that motivate me, and that I can motivate them. That we both have a vision and have a mindset. Because also my why is also my family and my mom. My mom's the only person. She works super hard, so that's also my big why. I will continue to grow, and I know you will too. You said 5 years as that director role. I want to see it. I should
at least be manager at that time for the program.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, I'm glad I invited you over here, and you come here and teach us a little bit about you, and you can, whoever sees this video and the future videos, motivating others. So I'm really, really grateful for coming over onto here and speaking about you. And it's good knowing you, and it's great to have you as a friend. It's good to have you as a friendship. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Christian. I really appreciate it too, and thank you for still being in my life and giving me motivation and just that push that I sometimes need.
Yeah, no problem. Let's see. My girlfriend said, you have a great mindset, Stephanie. It was amazing to listen to your story and your why. Thank you for sharing with us.
Oh, thank you.
Any last words? Anything you want to say to everybody?
I do just want to emphasize again, reach out to me if anybody's feel comfortable. I'm more than happy to help anybody out in need, or, give more tips if somebody wants more tips on project management, or, any advice. And as well as if someone just wants to talk. And I'm pretty sure and please correct me if I'm wrong, Christian, I know you're going to be there for everybody else. So reach out to us. That's one of my biggest thing. And try not to go, and for everybody out there, this whole weekend, don't put any negative thoughts in your head right now. Just stay positive. Think of what you can accomplish by just putting positive thoughts in your head. You don't have to go like, oh, go run a mountain right now. Just start by putting positive thoughts. I think that's like the best way to start accomplishing a lot of things in your life, is just having your mental ability to just produce good thoughts and not put yourself down. Because if you put yourself down, you might not be able to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish.
Mic drop on that. Is that me?
That's you.
It's me. Well, yeah, I would just say mic drop on that. That's beautiful words that come from you. And yeah, reach out to both of us. We're more than welcome to help anybody in the need of help, any advice, any project program management course, or anything they need. We're here to help, to lend a hand. I know she wouldn't have a problem. I wouldn't have a problem. Nobody. Thank you. So that'll be it. That concludes this Q&A. Thank you for coming again, and I'll see you around. We'll be still connected. We'll stay connected. Hopefully this whole thing, pandemic, ends and we can go get more coffee in person. So yes. Okay.
We need to do that soon. And sushi.
Yes. Sushi. I'm not on a diet though. I'm not on a diet. All right.
Well, I do have to jump to a meeting. See everybody. Thank you again, Christian.
You too. Bye.
Bye.